Greetings, I am Drill Sergeant Tandra Elias, and this is your Warrior Report. Please take a moment to review our 120th Ship Report. CIIP for a day, Lieutenant Colonel Bowler and Command Sergeant Major Akawu spent a day with the phenomenal workers at the Central Initial Issue Point. This gave the opportunity for CIIP staff to walk leadership through the day-to-day operations and to show how they service over 50% of today's initial force. Drill Sergeant Richie from Alpha Company briefed FSPC trainees on proper foot hygiene and boot fitting before she conducted foot checks. For the month of March, the Acadians continued to work with the American Cancer Society, collecting wigs, headscarves, hats, and sanitary items to donate to cancer patients, ongoing the effect of hair loss and weakened immune systems. It's time for the spring, and with the spring comes heat. The 120th Warrior Companies begin covering ice sheets and heat mitigation training to ensure all trainees are in the best care. The battalions held its monthly all-hands event in the Ravenel Auditorium, conducting training on private-owned weapons and recognizing all phenomenal achievements within the formation. And now, a safety update from the commander of the Moncrief Army Health Clinic, Colonel Warren A. Stewart.
Hey, good morning. Hey, this is Colonel Warren Stewart, the commander of Moncrief. I just want to give a real quick message, sort of outlining the new mask policy for those trainees and cadre that are going into the RMC and also getting immunizations. Currently, there is no requirement for a mask. The CDC levels are low enough that that is not a requirement either here or over at the main facility or the TMC, which is great news. You do need to wear a mask, however, if you have symptoms. So if you're going over there for sick call, or a trainee's going for sick call and they have symptoms that could potentially be COVID, they need to wear a mask. Otherwise, there's not a requirement. I do encourage those that feel more comfortable wearing a mask to continue to wear the mask. I absolutely encourage all to get a booster shot, but that's not a requirement. And then finally, this is based off of the transmission rates in the local area. So if the rates go back up again, we will have to put masks back on, but I don't anticipate that happening anytime soon. But I do want to make sure there's no confusion if in the future we go back to masks. Other than that, this is great news, and we're excited at Moncrief that we no longer have to wear masks. So if you have any questions, please let us know. We're more than happy to answer them.
Greetings, Warrior Nation. Congratulations to our Hero of the Week, Sergeant First Class Lucas Hendricks, our National Guard Liaison, and Mr. James Watson from Delta Company.
The Warrior Battalion would like to recognize Sergeant First Class Lucas Hendricks for his outstanding performance as the National Guard Liaison. Sergeant First Class Hendricks assisted more than 20 trainees in the past 2 weeks. Trainees with who were having motivational issues, changing their minds after sitting down with Sergeant First Class Hendricks. The Warrior Battalion would like to recognize Mr. Watson, who works as the IRB Chief for Delta Company. He has done an exemplary job of getting acquainted with the position. Since arriving, he has made tremendous contributions to the battalion and Army enterprise. Mr. Watson has assisted with reformed IRB systems and processes that have made evening operations run more effectively and efficiently.
It's Women's History Month, and a great month indeed. We would like to thank all of our historic, present, and future female service members for rallying to the call of service.
Your commitment and dedication to serve in our nation's armed forces is beyond commendable, and it's a pleasure to serve amongst you. We set the example.
No ground to give.
Victory
Starts here.